Now through April, the Plymouth Arts Center is hosting an exhibition celebrating the works of more than 65 artists, including a Milwaukee man who can carve but also deliver an overhook with the best of them. Michael Schlesinger profiles this multi-talented artist in our Sunday morning spotlight.
Joseph Thrasher is someone who thrives on cutting, chiseling, and carving. This 37-year-old Milwaukeean has been woodworking for most of his life.
Even when I was a kid, I would do some little projects in my parents' basement. Probably shouldn't have been using the power tools, but I got away with all my digits.
Joseph tells me he likes working with wood in part because of easy access.
It's very accessible for a regular person. The tools and kind of infrastructure you need to get started is very low.
He typically uses domestic hardwoods like ash. One of his latest pieces is a bench. It's also part of the biennial exhibition currently on display at the Plymouth Arts Center in western Sheboygan County.
The everyday working man's type of piece of furniture. I chose ash as the species, and that's just a readily available, abundant, strong, durable wood. But it's not really fancy. People don't consider that luxurious, and I'm not a fancy or luxurious guy. It's just a really straightforward design.
This artist also tells me perhaps what he loves best about his creation is the practicality. He intends to keep it by the kitchen table.
So I can slide in next to my kids when they're eating their dinner and help them out with cutting their piece of meat or whatever.
What he's creating with his own two hands is more than something pretty, or in this case, practical. It's also a souvenir of sorts.
We're saying something about ourselves that can't be said with words. So when I make a table or a bench, I'm telling you about me in a way that I can't say to you.
Wisconsin Craft is the organization putting on the current exhibit in Plymouth. Joan Kennedy is a member of this nonprofit and the exhibition committee chairperson. She says the wide variety of talent, like Joseph's, really makes this a special show.
Ranges from masters, people who've been working at their craft for 40 years, down to people who are really new to the craft, because we want to show the range of what our members are doing. We have ceramics, we have fiber, we have wood, we have jewelers and painters.
Joan touts her group. She says it's an important place to thrive.
They would benefit from the networking with the other artists, and also it's pretty much a volunteer organization. And in volunteering and serving the organization, you can learn a lot of other types of skills, make connections that are going to help you market your work or just move forward with your processes.
Joan herself has competed in 7 biennials. For Joseph, it's number 2. He tells me he's happy to show off his wares and, of course, be part of something bigger than he is.
I like being part of a community. You know, sometimes when you're working by yourself, it can get a little bit lonely, and you need people to bounce ideas off of and share your triumphs and your sorrows with.
This particular artisan is multi-talented. He actually has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's been training and competing for more than 15 years. He stresses this skill complements his artistry. There's a kind of
push-pull type of element that you would have in as a sophisticated martial artist.
And as a martial artist, there's a
kind of mastery of yourself that you learn through training martial arts and competing. That carries you through a project sometimes, because creative people were really good at starting projects and having big ideas, and then the honeymoon phase kind of fades away and you have this unfinished project and you already have ideas for the next thing you want to do, but having the discipline and kind of just that mental fortitude to carry it through to the end.
The last show he received an honorable mention with a chair he made. This time around, if he gets a bigger prize at this juried event, it'll be a bonus. To him, the accolades aren't everything. It's more about perfecting your craft.
The most important thing you need to do is become a good student. I learned that through jiu-jitsu and through woodworking. You have to humble yourself, find good teachers, empty your mind of your preconceptions, and just first and foremost, just focus on being a good student and being consistent, and it's going to take a long time to get good.